Boys, I cracked the code on the most efficient way to farm with boats, and man was it a lot of work in math, but I'm going to walk you through the best tower order for boat farming. We will start off nice and simple with 003 boats and 024 farms. Each farm makes $1,456 a round and gives every boat 10% extra income. This means that every boat makes $220 per round plus 22 bucks for every 024 farm we have down. So I made an equation in Excel to account for every combination of 10 farms and 50 boats. We stopped at 10 farms because that's where their bonus caps out at. Now, it's nice to see how much each combo makes you, but this data is kind of useless by itself, as we all know that more boats and farms will give us more money. What we need to know is how to make the most money for the least cost. To do that, we need the total cost of all these combos, which is super easy as it's just $23,700 per farm and $3,430 per boat. Then, if we combine these two tables, we get an income to cost ratio, which is essentially how long it takes each combo to pay themselves off. Now, for the best order of 024 farms and 003 boats, you'll start in the top left corner with 0 boats and 0 farms. Then we'll compare the number to the right and the number below to see which tower is better to get. We can't go diagonal because in a game we'll be placing them as soon as we can afford them, meaning we can't get a farm and a boat at the same time. But every time we compare, the bigger number is better, and I highlighted the best path in green, so a rough strategy would be to get a 024 farm every 3 merchantmen. Now this doesn't account for how long it takes to save up for these towers, but a 023 farm costs similar amounts to a merchantman and makes over $400 per round, which offsets the saving up period. Also, it's impossible to account for what round we'd be on and how much money we would get from popping the balloons while saving up. Now this is pretty neat, but there is one giant problem we have to address, and it's that 004 boats make more money than merchantmen, meaning they also get bigger bonuses from the central market farms. So I did this math again, except this time with 004 boats. Then I compared the income to cost ratios between merchantmen and favored trade boats, and promptly named this the ratio. This is when things get interesting and confusing, but don't worry, I will show a complete build order at the end of the video. On this new table, I overlaid the optimal path for 003 boats and farms in green and looked to see when the first green cell turns negative. I did this because the equation I made shows negative numbers when favored trade boats are better than merchantmen, and the first occurrence is highlighted in blue. So after you get your third central market down, upgrade all your merchantmen to favored trades and follow their optimal path. This new path is very farm heavy, but don't worry, I checked to make sure that the ratio stayed negative, so this path is still better than adding more merchantmen. Now you're probably saying, OMG Josh, this was so helpful, thank you. But we're not done yet. There's one final upgrade for the bottom path boat, and that is the Trade Empire. If you don't know how this upgrade works, it increases its money generation to $820 a round and increases cash earned by merchantmen and favored trades by $20 times the number of merchantmen and favored trades on screen. That's pretty confusing, but hopefully this example will help. If you have a Trade Empire and 2 merchantmen, each merchantman will make their usual $220 plus $40. But if there are 4 merchantmen and a Trade Empire, all merchantmen would make their normal $220 plus $80. This gives us a bonus that is squared, which is why they capped the Trade Empire bonus to just affecting 20 boats, and this bonus gets added on after the central market multiplier, which made my life a bit easier. Anyway, I did the math again for the income and the cost of a Trade Empire and any combination of 003 and 004 boats up to 20 boats. Then I took the ratio of them and compared every spot to the optimal paths in the previous tables, and I found that they overlapped super early on, right when you hit 9,003 boats. This throws a huge wrench in our plans as these ratios are insane and change everything. If you have 20,003 merchantmen and a Trade Empire, they pay themselves off in 7.6 rounds, which is faster than a banana bank. But now we do know that we should get 20 merchantmen and a Trade Empire before the third central market. Then we just line up the ratios and we are finally ready for the ultimate boat farming build order. We are going to start off with 3 merchantmen and build into a central market. Next, we'll get 3 more merchantmen and another central market. Now that we have 2 central markets and 6 total merchantmen, we'll get 4 more merchantmen and upgrade one of them all the way to a Trade Empire. Then we'll place down 11 more merchantmen to max out this new buff, and then upgrade all the merchantmen to favored trades as this ratio is still leagues better than anything else. Finally, we'll finish it off by getting 8 more central markets and then filling the rest of the water with 004 favored trades. And this is the most efficient way to farm with boats in BTD6. And if you need some extra popping power along the way of farming, you can just upgrade these boats to 024s. If you learned something or just enjoyed the video, please subscribe and check me out on twitch.tv/SmackDaddyJosh, as this did take me a long time to make. But if you want me to expand it to having options like being able to change the difficulty and disabling monkey knowledge, I could add that with a bit more work. And who knows, maybe I'll post a finished product on the BTD6 subreddit.